Okay, this is how I make like event creative flyers. Just gonna do that right there. All right. So it's like a quick video tutorial on how I like do this stuff. I'll try to do my best to document and record this. Let's maybe zoom in. Yeah, I think it should be good. I hope you can see my screen. It's not very lit. Okay. All right. Yeah. There you go. Cool. All right. So, quick context: working on a motion graphic creative for a client in New York, and I made this on Photoshop. All right, made this creative on Photoshop, and essentially, this creative was some part was made using AI, some part on Photoshop, like the post processing, post production, blah blah blah. Once the flyer gets approved, like design wise, then we send it for motion, right? So this is an approved flyer basically that I am now going to animate on After Effects. I actually have already started working on it, and then I thought like, hey, let's make a video. So what I've done is like the Photoshop file that's over here. You go, sorry, the Photoshop file that's right here. You gotta like break down like the layers, all right, into different layers like the logo, text one, text two, text three, footer details, all of that stuff. All of those things needs to be separate layers, all right. That is very very important if you're someone that's working on a creative flyer project. And the second step is once everything is done, then you start to animate it. So what I'm doing is I always start with from top to down. My approach is always like start from top to down, like start animating stuff from top to down, and one thing at a time. So the first thing that I did over here is got the logo in. All right, then I animated like this text Ibiza that like kind of pops up from the cloud, and that's basically this layer over here. This layer over here is essentially what's going to be just yeah. It is basically like a position keyframe, and then there's an opacity keyframe. If you ever to open it, this is what it looks like. As you can see, there's like a ease, but like at this particular peak ke baad, then the opacity goes from 0 to 100. So it gives you that slight effect of it like pushing up. So I just play the skin. This is how it looks. It's slow, it's subtle. It should be according to the beat of the music that you're using. Now usually I always do like one tick tick two, and like that's my keyframe. I always count in my head like where I'm placing the keyframes. So you could follow the same thing. It really depends on how you like to animate. So that's one thing. Ibiza in the now clouds. Now clouds I will push a little bit on the right over here because I want that pacing, right? So after Ibiza in the clouds should be the next thing that we animate. So P for position, one keyframe, one tick tick. All right, another keyframe, and then now I'm going to go back to my initial keyframe and pull this down. All right, and now we're going to do an ease. Select both the keyframes, F9, curves, pull this from the left, pull this from the right. All right, at this particular point over here, text T for opacity, and then one tick tick two. Like that was a quick one, and then you opacity this down from 0. All right, and I just wanted like to come up from here, so I'm going to adjust this keyframe now to just show up from here to here. So it's like slightly like yeah, like that. So this is what it should look like. Ibiza in the cloud. It kind of like pushes up slowly without like not showing the entire thing. And this is a quick and easy, fast, cheap way of animating your stuff, because if you notice, I've not masked like the bottom layer. I could have easily like drawn a pen tool and masked like these clouds, and that could have taken me a lot of time. But this is a quick hack, and you don't need to always like mask stuff and do everything like the way professionals do it. You can just like hack around and achieve a good result because the client does not care. All right, rooftop party. So this is done, and then after this I want rooftop party, so I'm going to find that layer, pull that on top, push this on the side, and we just do a normal basic we'll do a basic opacity in. So Control C. I'm just going to copy the keyframes from a different one and paste them over here. So we get something like this. Yeah, perfect. I'm just gonna like now zoom out and see how this looks. Ibiza in the clouds. Lovely, 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 amazing. All right, and then I want a date, and I want the date and all of that stuff to come, like it should go from top to bottom. All right, so find the date. Where's date? Date is over here. This is over here. Push it forward. 1, 2, 3, and then once this is done, reveal date, clouds, date, details. I want their logo to like kind of pop up. So let me just find their logo. Let me just, yeah, there you go. Okay, this is their logo. This should come from here, and we will S for scale, one tick tick. All right, go back to 0, hit 0. Make the scale 0 basically. Hit enter, and then select both the keyframes. Zooming in so you can see. F9, easy ease, curves, pull that up, velocity it up. So you get something like this, like zoom. But like, let's say that's a bit too fast, so I just, adjust that accordingly. Too fast, and let's see. Nope. Okay, we can make this slightly smaller. I feel, let's just make this, let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay. And we'll also like T opacity, one tick, opacity to 0, and then you get this, it's like it's also popping up, but it's also at the same time like fading in, so it's that fade pop in that is like, happening. All right, this, and then we need the bottom footer text, which is right here, Queens 808. That should come in after the logo. So pop up, where pink or white. This should come here. Okay, and then the 808 Queens should come after that. Yeah. So this is what it should look like. See, one by one. Okay, now I'm just gonna check for pacing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Looks good. This one, the Queen's part is a bit too fast, so I'm gonna adjust that. Up, and it should come in thoda later. Okay, yeah, it looks good. The bees are in the clouds. All right, Control S to save. Okay, save your project files. All right, don't make this mistake that I'm doing. Save your project files. Name of this is this, and I just go with the basic client name of the project. All right, hit enter, save it. All right, save your project files. Please save your project files. Okay, now what we can do is we can now start adding some music and some cool effects. All right, so let's get some music. Let me pause this video right here. Okay, so the clients are requesting for a John Summit song, and also just want an Envato, and I feel like this would look really cool, like popping out from the sides of this creative. So like also it's like techno house music, it's in the clouds, so like you have those spray guns in the club, which kind of look like this, it's like a jet spray that's like shot out of a gun. So I thought like maybe we can put this with like the sound effect, and it would like maybe be cool. Does it have a sound? No sound, unfortunately. No sound. We can find the music. We can find okay, let's sign in first. Let's download this, and we can what do you say, get the sound effect.